Sonic Frontiers' cyberspace is considered, across the board, easily the worst part of the game. Now yes, I do agree with that statement. I think it is the least out of all the gameplay elements in this game, but I don't think it is bad, and I'm here to put a little bit of a defense video out there to tell you why cyberspace is most likely better than you think. Let's hop right into it. So the way I'm going to do this video is with pros and cons. I feel that is the best way to do it, so I can express my opinion in a way that's not putting it on a number list, so it's not debatable what I actually think. It is very clear what I think is good and what I think is bad. So starting off with a pro, these levels are addicting. Oh my gosh. If you want to play some banger levels, play either 1-2, 3-6, or 1-7. Those stages are all outstanding, and I cannot stop replaying them, oh my gosh. So another huge pro is that these levels look really, really good. Now, I know people are saying, oh, the generation's assets and this and that, but still, I don't even care if it's stolen. This looks good. I don't care where these assets are from, no matter if they're stolen or if it's scummy or not. When I look at this, I say, this looks good. Whether the reason it looks good is justified or not is completely debatable. I just like to point out that I personally think these look really good on just a visual standpoint. So keeping on that pro hype train, and this is actually the best part of cyberspace in my opinion, is how broken it is. Now I don't mean it's broken in a way that takes away from it. It is broken that it makes the experience better. I mean, like, if you're boosting, and then you tap the boost button every single time you hit a dash panel, you go zooming. You go way faster than you normally would just holding boost the whole time. Or for example, the magnet dash. Pressing the homing attack and then immediately canceling it with a boost. You go flying! And just those two things make cyberspace almost 5 times more fun. Especially like 1-2. I know everyone is giving their 2 cents on this level, but this level is peak cyberspace. Number one, the game influences you really hard to try again. Well, you don't actually have to try it again is the funny thing, which is why I think they put that hard difficulty there. Because you don't really need, you don't get anything for S-ranking it. You don't get anything for it. So they just put it there as a thing like, hey dude, you should probably replay this because look at your trash rank. Now yeah, it's not the hardest Sonic level ever made, but it is still difficult. Easily the hardest stage to S-rank. But once you've S-ranked it, you try to go lower and lower. It's because you've already gotten in this mindset of replaying the stage that you want to keep replaying it. You've gotten addicted to it, and it is such a smart thing that they put it on a level that does not matter. Like, if you're just not very good at video games, or you just don't care about the S ranks, then this stage doesn't matter. This is just a hard one, really hard one to S rank that doesn't matter. If you can't S rank it, it doesn't matter. It does not affect the game at all. And that is just so awesome, and I love that. So one con that honestly makes cyberspace a lot worse than it could have been is the controls. Now these controls aren't abysmal or really broken, it just feels wrong. The best way I can put it is that it feels like I have to wait on Sonic to do what I want him to do. It feels like, I don't just mean delays, I just feel like when I want him to do something, it feels like there's a billion other things he needs to do before I can do that. It's so hard to explain, but it just feels off. It feels like a disconnect. It's not very immersive. The controls don't feel like I'm the one controlling him. And on to another con that simply goes hand in hand with the last one. It is the disconnect. This feels like anti-submersive. Like, it feels like the game does not want you to be immersed in the experience. It is just, it's so very strange. It's a subconscious thing. It's very hard to explain. I can't really put it into words. But just looking at this footage, you might just not see an issue. But when you're playing, you can feel it. It doesn't feel right. It does feel off. Where a lot of games like Unleashed or any other boost game, even Forces, didn't have this problem. Just this weird thing where it just doesn't feel right. It feels off, and I can't explain it. That may just purely be me, but it does feel just weird. And so for the third con, it's the stolen level design. Now yes, you've heard all the crap from all the people about how stupid this is, so I don't need to go on this long, but it is a con, but it's not a big one, in my opinion, simply because if it is good level design, it's good level design. Stolen or not, it's still good level design. Whether it's fun to play, it doesn't matter. If this level design that is good, that is being stolen, I don't care. I say that every single time, but I just want to make sure that's clear. It is not appropriate, it is not something they should be doing, and it is a con, but it's not that big in my opinion because it is still good level design. And so there are the pros and cons. 3 pros, 3 cons. Well, nobody's winning. They are tied. So, let me sum up. Let me give you my real thoughts just from Cyberspace. I simply do feel that it's mediocre. It's right in that middle lane. It's not really good, it's not really bad. It has just enough pros to outweigh the cons, but it has just enough cons to outweigh the pros. I don't really, if someone asked me what my opinion was, I would simply say it's mediocre, neither good, neither bad. I do hope you enjoyed. Click the playlist on screen right now if you'd like to see more videos just like this one. So, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.